specialist. Unspoken Views is in the house right now.
What is up, Jamal? It's been such a long time.
It has been.
I feel like I haven't seen you since I graduated high school.
Yeah, I definitely didn't have
Oh yeah.
Like the beard
looking super grown.
I try, man. I try. I try to, keep up with the times, but age is catching up real fast.
Okay. I was just kicking it about how I was asking last night. I was like, am I gonna get any taller? And they're like, no, 21. That's it. That's it for you. Like, so it's 5'4". That's it. I was hoping though.
all we can do is hope, man. It's just like I've hit that point where I was like, you know what? This is just how I'm meant to look.
This is it. It's not changing. I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just blessed to be here. It's been one hell of a ride since graduating high school. So I'm blessed to be here. I'm blessed to be here with you and your presence. And thank you for having me on the show. This is awesome. I'm excited.
What a month in the making, man.
Hey.
Boynton Park native, out of Boynton Park High School.
Boynton Park alumni.
How about the Yodis,
Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time coming. I've been watching your success for a while,
Okay.
You've been doing your thing out here. You've been, traveling, doing work, putting out good music, man.
You know what?
I like it.
Thank you. And traveling was definitely something that I really wanted to tap into, just because you artists are not, you should want to see the world. It's such a beautiful place, and I feel like we get boxed in where we are because of what we see on the news and on TV, and it's like, well, I can't do any of that. I don't have a bunch of money to do that. You don't have to have a bunch of money to travel. It's not racist everywhere. It's not crazy everywhere. When I went to Miami in September for the Coast to Coast live event, which was a blast. I met a lot of new people. I met a lot of different artists from every which way, like ridiculous, but it was fun. It was nice networking. But Miami was beautiful. It was so beautiful. The water's different, and you can literally like see your hands and your feet in the water, and it was
this murky California.
When I had to come back home, aside from having to pick my baby up, I was like, I do not want to leave this place. Like, this place is the bomb. You could wake up at 8 in the morning, go in the water, and it's warm. And I don't swim. I'm a land person. They can put me on some land, But we was in the water swimming. I'm floating all on the water. Like, it was beautiful. It was the most amazing experience. I got to network, and a guy out there that I know by the name of Jiggy right now, we're working together on some stuff, and he's supposed to be moving to California. We're gonna be putting some projects together and stuff. So I mean, I'm excited is the word I keep using, but it's so far from that, because everything in me wants to be like, yes, let's go. But the fact that I'm taking my time and it's such a progress is so beautiful. Like, I'm growing. I can see the change within myself, and every day, really, you're evolving. So I mean, I'm just enjoying the journey, because, like I said, it's been crazy since we graduated, and I've just been trying to find that thing that makes me me. So and I do poetry too, as you had mentioned. I'm still doing that. But one thing I've had to focus on was doing things one thing at a time.
Yeah.
So I literally just sat down one day and was like, God, what should I be doing? And every time I try to move away from the music, something always pulls me back. I end up writing some song, so this is the first time that it's really coming into perspective and to play for me.
So the transition from poetry to music, I mean, they're kind of in the same field as far as, you're coming up with a story to tell, just in two different ways.
Exactly.
Is it easier to go from poetry to rap or from poetry to singing? Because you do both.
Right. Well, let's back up, because poetry was an accident. My uncle actually was a poet. He attended Cal State Fullerton years ago, and he would write poetry there, and I would always see him writing it, but I was never intrigued. And then down at the Fullerton Library, I remember he had a crowd of people, and they had asked him to come speak and do some poetry. And that was my first time I really heard my uncle do poetry. So it was my senior year of high school, and Mr. Parrish was my theater teacher. I love Mr. Parrish. And he was like, I need everyone to write a monologue for this piece we're doing, and then we're going to select the ones that we perform for the different classrooms to come in. So I write this monologue, and at the time, I'm going through all kinds of shit. Mind you, didn't have a close relationship with my mom, so I'm staying with my grandma, and she's the one raising me, and I'm going through all these things as a young adolescent. So I figured, let me just throw this in the poem, because this is really how I'm feeling. I've never wrote one before. And the things that I wrote and how I delivered that poem and the reaction I got out of it, even Mr. Parrish was like, whoa, you can write. But I was rapping before that. I was already just kicking flows. At lunch we would just be kicking flows and rapping and stuff. So I had to figure out how to slow it down without the beats. It was very new for me. So once I discovered that I can write poetry too, I just started doing that because I was just going through a lot of different things, and I would write songs in between. But then I started performing more out in downtown Fullerton. Then I did that throughout the years, got a nice little buzz for myself out here, and then I just recently moved to Long Beach, and I started getting my little buzz going out there. And
there's a lot of good poetry spots up in Long Beach. That's a
really good poetry spots. I love Shades of Africa. They always show love out there. There's another place I went to called Spoken Word Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all can look that stuff up on Instagram. It's all there. There's Unplugged LA. There's the Poetry Lounge. Just everything. I have yet to step into the Poetry Lounge though. I haven't been there yet, but there's a lot of cool spots, and you meet a lot of great people. And I was on board with that. I had just finished writing all my poems that I had saved throughout 4 years times of just experience. Things I went through, and I was right in the process of getting ready to start putting this book together, and I still have a name for it and everything. It's written, it's typed, it's ready to go, but I don't want to push it and then not be ready. So that project's kind of on the shelf for me, because I know even in the midst of music, I'm still writing, and might be something I want to add to that or something. You never know. So singing and rapping. The first time I knew I wanted to rap, I had seen Bow Wow. Okay, as much as everybody is not messing with Bow right now, Lil Bow Wow, okay, younger Bow Wow, he was the GOAT. He was on TV, he was and I rocked out, iced out Mickey Mouse around my neck. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's tight. I love that. And so when I first heard Bow Wow, and I'm they're letting kids rap. And this is before I knew about crisscross and stuff. So I was just I've never heard of them. But that was Jermaine Dupri too. That was way back. So I was like, hell yeah. And then I remember my uncle, his friends that came through, and we had this game on the PlayStation, and it had an aux mic you can plug in or whatever, and then you spit to it. It was like karaoke for rap. So I remember being 12 in the living room kicking this hard ass verse, and then all his friends was like, oh, and I was like, yeah. I'm probably then, I wasn't really lyrical like how I am now, but I knew then I like to rap. This is what I like to do. Then I started listening to MC Lyte and Queen Latifah, Lauryn Hill, Busta Rhymes, Lil Wayne. Those are all artists that are influential to me. So I just started paying attention to that, especially MC Lyte and Wayne. Those two together, I think would be a perfect way to kind of mesh my sound outside of the singing part. The singing comes from my auntie Shanae. You remember the song "The Boy Is Mine" with Monica and Brandy? All right. She used to put that song on, and then she'd stand me on a stool, because she was older, and we'd go back and forth. I'd be Brandy, she'd be Monica, and then we would always sing that song. And throughout the years, she'd always be like, "Niece, you gotta sing it like this, or you gotta sing it like this." And so my auntie was really the one that helped me find my voice. So then, when you hear people like Lauryn Hill, it's yo, hey, that's cool. How she's mashing rap and singing, you know what I mean? So that's where that influence comes from, you know. Just everybody in my family has played a particular part in why I do what I do. So I mean, yeah.
That's pretty cool to have that influence of Lauryn Hill, because I mean, when I listen to your music and, you know, knowing you and Lauryn Hill kind of had that same experience musically. Like, you kind of make your music from a place of, you know, the experiences you guys have been through.